Burma's military rulers have rejected international appeals to fully open their borders to foreign aid, as the death toll from Cyclone Nargis nears an estimated 100,000, with more than 1 million people left homeless. The United Nations has warned that a worse tragedy might unfold if aid isn't allowed in quickly. But the Burmese regime is maintaining tight controls on access, even deporting some foreign aid workers who arrived without visas.
Almost 1 week after Cyclone Nargis hit Burma, some foreign aid is finally arriving. 4 UN flights have now landed in the capital Rangoon, and relief supplies have been allowed in from a few countries with friendly ties to the Burmese military regime. But so far it's only a fraction of what's desperately needed for a disaster on this scale, amid fears that time is running out to save lives.
The cyclone was an act of God, but we're now seeing actions or inactions by the Burmese government that may well sentence many more people in the country to death.
Plenty of international relief is being offered and mobilised, but very little is being accepted. And with almost no foreign aid workers or specialist disaster teams getting in, the UN chief is urging Burma's generals to open their borders.
To, first of all, issue visas expeditiously, and if possible, exempt all visa requirements for all UN aid workers so that we can reach out to needy people.
Without waiting for an invitation, the US has moved ships carrying relief supplies towards Burma, but its military rulers aren't accepting American aid. A US aid flight from Thailand has been denied entry.
You know that you have the tools just right here at your fingertips. You know, and they're at the fingertips of the Burmese to use, and they're not picking the tools up to use them. That's incredibly, it's beyond frustrating. I mean, it's a level of tragedy that gets worse by the day.
The delays and obstructions have sparked debate at the UN over calls from France for enforced humanitarian intervention. But China opposes any action flouting Burma's sovereignty. And the US, after apparently considering unapproved food airdrops, has now ruled that out.
I cannot imagine us going in without the permission of the Myanmar government.
And the regime that rules Burma, also known as Myanmar, has already spurned the latest international appeals for access, stating that while it wants aid supplies, it will distribute them itself and is not ready to let foreign teams in. And India has revealed that a cyclone alert was passed on to Burma 36 hours before landfall. Warnings that never reach the victims and more than 1 million stricken survivors. Vesna Nasor, World News Australia.